Alright, what's going on everybody? Back again with another video. Sadly it's not the video I was planning to upload this week, and it's retarded dark out here. But I wanted to get a cold start in, since I haven't done a cold start yet. Alright, let me hop in the truck and I'll explain more here in a second. Alright everybody, welcome back to the channel. Today's video is all about the failure of Cleetus in cars. Quick recap. So, Friday evening before Cleetus in cars, I get off of work at about 5 o'clock. Mind you, I just got the word that I was going to have the weekend off at about 3 o'clock in the evening. I immediately got on the phone and bought my tickets for Cleetus in cars, because that was the end goal of that evening, was to make sure I was prepped up and go to Cleetus in cars. I wanted to go so bad I didn't think I was going to be able to because of work, and I ended up finding a window of opportunity. Now, I made it a father-daughter day as well, because I've been working out here for, I believe it was like 4 weeks straight without a day off, or I had a half day off here and there, but I didn't have a full day off in about 4 weeks straight. So I slingshot home and immediately start prepping the truck for Cleetus in cars. Now, I was prepping it because I wanted to hit the burnout pit. I wanted to throw a sticker or something on my truck, and I really wanted to get the channel out there. You know, I got a bunch of my local friends supporting me, and man, guys, I appreciate that. All my friends from back home, y'all are just amazing, and even the ones that just discovered me, I appreciate y'all following. In fact, right now, hit that like button if you're following me, man. I really do appreciate you guys. But anyway, back to subject. I flew home, I prepped the truck up. Now, to prep the truck up, I needed to do an oil change, I needed to throw some tires on some wheels, so I could actually do the burnout. I wasn't going to burn out on my daily tires because, you know, I'm constantly on the road. I need good tires. So I made sure to throw my trash tires on my trash wheels and get them all mounted up. I had some leftover tire stickers, I had them laying around, and I threw them on the spare tires that I was going to go tear up at Cleetus in cars. Well, my truck was also needing an oil change, so I made sure to do the oil change on my truck before I left. Mind you, this was all between driving 3 hours home, then unpacking, packing all my stuff for Cleetus in cars, including the camera, the stands, the gimbal, and all that, packing clothes and all that. Then I decided to do the tires, the oil change, and prep the truck. We didn't go to sleep till about 1 o'clock in the morning. And then the following morning, I picked up my daughter at 7 o'clock. And as soon as we picked up Cadence, we hopped on the road. Cadence, Danica, and I, we hopped on the road and shot out to Cleetus in cars as fast as we could. Well, a little over 3 hours, but we made it safely. I had gotten the VIP tickets. I had already done the research on getting into the burnout contest. I didn't know they had an open drag strip at that same event. So I also was thinking about hitting the strip, but I didn't prep the truck for drag racing. I didn't have a nitrous bottle on me and all that other stuff. Plus, we had all our stuff in the truck the entire time, so it wouldn't have been optimum conditions, but it would have been cool to go experience the drag track, right? So I didn't want to take the risk of breaking something, not being prepared, and with the short window, I opted out of the drag racing. So I decided I wanted to do the burnout contest. Well, we got there at a fairly early time, and we actually ended up having fun in the line waiting, even though the line was enormous, and we got there early enough. We were up towards the front. But, you know, we ended up having a blast just waiting in line because the people around us were all there for the same reason. In the midst of all that, I got sidetracked, and I forgot one of the rules of getting into the burnout contest is mentioning when you pull up to show your tickets or pay for your tickets to get into the event, you need to mention it at the gate. Now, in the back of my head, I wasn't thinking it was going to be the entrance to the event, like to the parking lot. I figured, okay, they're going to have a secondary entrance to get into the actual track or into the meeting area or something, you know. Then I would say, hey, you know, I'm going to do the burnout. I didn't know it was going to be right then and there, so I just showed them my tickets, went on about my way, found a parking spot, got out of the truck. We all had to use the bathroom. We've been waiting in line forever. So, yeah, that was my key mistake. Once I figured that out and I needed to go back to that same hut that I checked in at, I walked over there, which they had a place for you to stand in line, but they were more worried about getting people out of the streets because they were backing up traffic real bad and all kinds of stuff. Reasonable. I'm not upset at anybody. It's reasonable. They were trying to get people in. You know, I had already paid. They're not too worried about me. I decided, you know what? I'm trying to get footage. I'm trying to get pictures. I'm not going to stand in line forever. I got stuff I need to do. And it's a good thing I put the burnout contest off because everybody was doing insane donuts for like 20 minutes straight, blowing up engines, twisting drive shafts, hitting the barriers.
Well, there's a wall tap.
been easily influenced, and I probably would have taken this truck home on a wrecker with being around people like that, you know. So it's a good thing I did opt out, you know. Maybe fate was on my side there. After all that preparation, I recorded so much good content. I mean, I got in there, I got right up on everybody. I actually got footage of Cleetus starting his new Camaro, which he named Toast, and I was right up at the front bumper. You know, I talked a little bit, I mean, just a split second, but it was better, it was cool for me, you know. I never met these guys in person, and they look different in person than on camera. Like, the proportion-wise, I mean, yeah, they're still the same person, but it just... It's completely different seeing the cars and the people in person. You got to do this, and especially with Cleetus and cars, they're super cool people. You know, it wasn't just like one of those ignore you. I'm too cool for you. I'm too busy for you. Whatever. You know, no, they were out there to meet people and actually, you know, show the respect and show the appreciation for us watching the channel and being a part of what all they're doing. You know, you're not looking at them through a cell phone or a laptop, computer, whatever. You can actually communicate with them, you know. You can holler at them and say, hey, what about all the cars you blew up? One guy actually said that, and Cleetus acknowledged it. He was like, man, why are you gonna call me out right here in front of everybody, you know? He's like, well, stuff happens, you know. He took it lightly. He was pretty cool. But with all that being said, I had so much footage. The burnout contests were insane. I had an amazing angle on everything. And long story short, I went to upload it to the computer, and my memory card was denied by the computer. At that moment, I kind of ignored it. The following day, I said, okay, I'm gonna upload all the content. I'm gonna start rough editing and getting the ball rolling, because I knew this was probably gonna be a 2 weeks worth video, the Cleetus and cars. I had so much footage and so much good stuff. Even Kyle from 1320 was there. I got a couple of clips with him in it, you know, walking right by me. I didn't think much of it until the following day, and I popped it into the computer again, and it got denied again, and I was like, okay, fine. I know it works on the camera because I reviewed the footage like a few days ago. I pop it into the camera, same thing, camera denies it. And from that point, I just took a deep breath and was like, okay, I haven't really tried to fix the situation yet, but I have a feeling if I did, it's not gonna go very well. So I immediately pulled the mini SD card out, put it in a different adapter, kind of cleaned all the contacts with alcohol, took a better look at it later on and realized it was one of the older ones, one of the original ones I had. I got to looking at it real good, and it has a hairline crack in it. And that hairline crack is in the spot that it's non-repairable. I mean, unless I wanted to spend, I don't know how much. I've heard that there's people out there that fix them, but I lost some really good content. So for you guys, I plan on doing another track event, and I don't want to let it out the box yet, but it's not going to be Cleetus and cars, but there will be a lot of people there that play a major role in the Mopar stuff and the YouTube stuff, and a lot of people that I really want to meet. Now, some of these people may not be as famous as Garrett himself or James or Cooper or any of them, but to me, you know, they've played a major role in what I'm doing today. They're all definitely idols, people to look up to. You know, they got big names out there, and some of them have even helped me out through different chats and different groups, and probably don't even know who I am. So it'd be nice to see them face to face and be like, you know, this is the truck that you helped me with all this stuff, and have them realize, oh, I've seen that truck on a channel somewhere, or, you know, hopefully, you know. Up until then, I might be taking a little bit of a break. I might not. Kind of up in the air of ending all this stuff at season 1, because I have some revisioning I need to do with my equipment, with my time, and basically to round it up, because I'm not trying to get too headstrong with this, but I want to bring you good content. I want to bring it at a high quality, you know, none of this shaky stuff like probably what I got going on now because of the way my camera's mounted. All that aside, I plan on doing a video, which I haven't told people on YouTube, but I did get my front bumper on the truck along with the new grill. I plan on doing a kind of like a build review or a cost review of what it cost me and what you can expect to go through in doing the bumper swap and swapping over to the sport style bumper from the steel bumper that comes on some models of trucks like this one. I know a lot of people are out there on forums and stuff, but it's a lot better with a video, and I wanted to video the actual swap itself, but the conditions were freaking horrible. I was sweating all over the place. I was in my front yard over a tarp. I did post pictures up on Instagram. For those of y'all that don't have me on Instagram, Snapchat, or Facebook, you're probably missing out on a lot of stuff like others that do have already heard all this news, so it's no surprise to them. They already knew, and some of them, you know, I let know that I did the swap, and some of them I let know that, you know, the Cleetus and car stuff fell out on me, and I don't know, guys. It's depressing. It's depressing to me to lose all that content. That was, like I said, easily 2 uploads worth of content, and it is what it is. You know, stuff happens. But like I said, I do want to do the front bumper review. I have another video that I'm working on that's going to be kind of a surprise, and then we're working into me going to the track and going to the event that I'm talking about here. So anyway, that's all I got for this video. If you're still watching now, smash the like button, and I appreciate y'all hanging in there with me, guys. We'll catch you next time. Rep 361 Texas, we're out.